Lyman Good. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. We're here at the Tiger Shulman School in Manhattan. You're an instructor and you're going to be getting your own school. Talk about what it's going to be like to have your own school.
I mean, I'm building upon my legacy as far as ensuring that my life, as far as what I do for my career, is not just going to end just with me fighting. Of course, I want to take it a huge step forward after that. My biggest thing is that in life I always want to give back what's been given on to me, so it's a huge milestone for me to actually now look into owning a school and actually going through with teaching people now and having my own students. It's something that I take great pride in, because I myself was once a student at this very same the Tiger Shulmans. So it's a great honor to actually pass that on, and continue with not just with my fighting and what I do, but also to pass that on, the knowledge of martial arts, everything that I've learned and I've gained in martial arts, everything that's basically encapsulated into myself and it's been taught, and everything that I've taken in, I want to now give back to other people. So it's a huge step for me. I'm really excited about this. And this is, yet another thing that I'm also going to juggle as I'm fighting still. I'm not putting that aside, either. That's not, I'm definitely not done with fighting. I think right now I'm just kind of taking a little bit of time just to focus on the school. And, once that's all said, and geared up and I got that, running smooth, I want to go back to, getting back out there and doing what I used to do best.
Now, you're a high-level fighter. I mean, you were Bellator champ. You've been knocking on the UFC's door for a while now. Are you going to be able to juggle the training necessary to be a high-level fighter as well as teaching?
Of course. I mean, a lot of other fighters do it as well. It's important to be able to stay 100% focused on the task at hand. It's very important to kind of set your priorities, and more importantly, to kind of set a system that's going to help, for you to stay focused, stay on track, and not lose, basically not lose track of what your focus is at the time. And if I have a fight coming up while I still have the school running, I'll be able to juggle that, and I have to. This is anybody in life who wants to do well and wants to be successful has to be able to juggle a lot of things at once. I don't want to just use two hands to be able to just hold on to one thing. I want to try to hold on to as many as I can, all at once. And that's only going to help me better as a person, because the more responsibility I'm given, the more weight is put on me, I always find that I always do better. I'm given more responsibility, more things to kind of look up to and stuff. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be hard work, but like in anything in life, you want to do well, you got to be willing to put in the time and the work.
Ultimate Fighter Season 19. What was the experience like? Did you come away, a better person? Did you come away bitter? What did you take away from that?
I take everything with a grain of salt. It's a great experience to have gone out there and seen the caliber of the other people who are at the same level as I am, and to have gone that far. It's definitely not the end for me. This is just just taking the time to assimilate what I need to work on, and obviously with the turnaround of my performance at the Ultimate Fighter, this is just a way for me to realize, all right, this is where I got to put my emphasis and all of my training towards and focus on that, so I can better myself as a fighter. Everybody these days, especially now with how the prowess of the fighters that are in the UFC and just in mixed martial arts in general, is always getting better and better and better. And the ones that make it to the top are the ones that they adapt and they focus and they take time to fix certain things or work on certain things that they just need improvement on. So the biggest thing I can take away from that experience is just that. It's just knowing now, all right, I made it this far. It's not enough for me, but now I know I had that small taste. I had it almost in my hands, that chance and that opportunity. So if anything, I didn't walk away bitter or with any negative reactions to it. I take it in as okay, I almost got there. Let's go back. Let's fix something. Let's go back out there again. And let's do it, all the way through this time.
Gotcha. So right now you don't have any fights lined up. You're just focusing on the schools.
Yeah, right now no fights lined up yet. I really want to take the time to focus on the school because it takes a lot of commitment and anybody, who owns business would, they can attest to the fact that it's a 110% commitment to be able to be successful at it too. So I want to take a little bit of time out just for that. But like I said before, once the school's up and running, everything's kind of smooth sail, and we're getting good. Everything's kind of smoothed out already. Then I'll get back to it. And I'm definitely looking to fight again. I have to. This was what I was born to do, and I can't, go on in my life without having fighting still. So.
Gotcha. Forgot to ask you one more thing about the Ultimate Fighter experience. You came in like highly credentialed. I mean, you were a Bellator champ.
Right.
Did they treat you differently? Did anyone say anything? Like,
no. In a way, I was grateful for that because I want to be treated as an equal. I don't feel like I deserve any better treatment or any different treatment than anybody else out there. Everybody who's made it to the show, made it that far or onto the show, have deserved their shot to be there. And then is that was their time. Maybe now for me it's not yet, but I was grateful for the fact that they were nice. Some of the guys, as far as productions, they were all like excited to see me. They're like, hey, how's it going? They're all really cool and really nice, and they knew me by name. But at the end of the day, I don't I've never been a fighter who's bought into that and kind of sold myself out in a sense where I think I'm better than other people, or that I have this that I should be treated any different than others. I'm always humble. I've always stuck to that code of conduct. And when I was out there, man, I just kind of put my head down and I wanted to kind of keep myself in the same level as everybody else. Because like I said, talent, having a name or not, a record, none of that matters when you go out there. It's just a matter of who went out there, who deserved their shot, who got their shot, and now this is their time.
Gotcha. I guarantee you, out of all the fighters out there for that show, you were the only one that had his face on a billboard in Times Square.
Well, like I said, these are small milestones for me, and I'm grateful for all these, things that have helped, to kind of put my name out there. And as far as things like that, like billboards, or when they put me in the video game and stuff, that's it's cool in a way. I take it in a good way, but I also try to just not let that blow my head off in a certain direction, make me think like I'm good enough or I'm better than anyone. Like it's never like that, man. Especially in the sport, mixed martial arts, I think, is one of the most honest sports that are out there, because there's no way of cheating around a system that basically, in order for you to do well, you just have to train hard. That's that. It's just a very raw ingredient to success in this kind of sport, and it's just pure training. So.
Wait, you were in the video game for
EA Sports MMA?
Okay. So you had to put on one of those funky suits, the motion capture?
Something like that, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Lyman. As always, it's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure having you come around, man. Always a big fan of Jim Genia, and if you guys out there looking, definitely look into all his stuff, man. Everything he writes up is great, and I've always been a fan of his. Thank you for giving me the time and the opportunity.
Thanks.